K-Swiss sent me their Hypercourt Supreme 2 sneaks for women, and I'm going to show them to you really quick. Look, you get a sticker too. And then I'm going to put them on and try them out and tell you what I think. But first, let's take a look at them really quickly. They come in a variety of colors, but I got ones with, it looks kind of like a teal, like a light blue aqua color. Black is the main color. Has some stripes here. This has like a rubber coating over a material. Let's see if I can get close. You can see the material. So it's got kind of like a sock built in, and it's got a little tab here to help you put them on. The tongue has some nice textured ridges, and it says it uses Ortholite Comfort Foam soles. So let me untie them really quick. Let's see here. Take this out. We have the K-Swiss on the inside, and let me see if these come out. If you like to switch out your insoles, they do come out. They're kind of thin. They don't feel like anything special, but I will actually do some walks on my treadmill, and we will see what they feel like. Stick that back in here. It's not hard to get them back in place. That's good. Let's see, the bottom has a flat, but it has ridges here for some traction. These are not hiking shoes or anything like that. They're pretty stiff. As you can see, they don't really bend all that much. We've got the Hypercourt Supreme 2 model name here on the back. I'm not sure why that was needed, but we're going to try them on. It says that they have drag guard, whatever that means. But the whole thing is, how do they feel to walk in them? So I'm going to do a couple miles on my treadmill and let you know. All right, I'm going to try them on and see what I think about them. Take off my current shoes. Now, I wear size 10. Yeah, I have big feet. So I'm going to see how well they fit to what I'm usually wearing. See if they fit true to size. All right. They lace up relatively easy. Okay, that feels pretty snug. All right. They feel pretty true to size. I think they feel pretty comfortable, just like this. All right, I'm going to walk around in them for a while and see how well they feel. I wore the K-Swiss shoes to do my regular daily walks on the treadmill. I usually walk for about 30 minutes twice a day, and during my walks I'm going as much as 3.5 miles per hour, both on flat and incline and even decline. So I did several of these walks, put several miles on these shoes, and I had no problem actually walking in the shoes, although they did feel pretty stiff. They don't flex as much as my shoes that I usually wear, and I felt like I was kind of like slapping the bottom of my feet on the treadmill, if that makes any sense. And after a while, it did kind of make my knees hurt. My feet didn't hurt, but my knees kind of hurt. So I think it has something to do with the cushioning. There's not as much as what I'm used to. All right, I'm back after walking in these shoes for quite a few miles, both just around and on a treadmill. I have to say that just as an everyday shoe, like to walk around the house, to walk around your yard a little bit, to put on and then run around in town at your grocery store or to do other errands. They're perfectly fine. But when I got on the treadmill, I noticed that it felt like I was just smack, 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 smacking the treadmill bed with a flat foot. And that's because, as I said, these do not have a lot of flexibility, nor do they have a lot of cushion in the sole compared to shoes that I wear every day. Now, are they uncomfortable? No. I was able to do my regular treadmill sessions while wearing these shoes, but I have to say that after my regular walking on the treadmill, which is a combination of flat walking, incline and decline walking for like 30 minutes at a time, that my knees were a little sore. And I think that's because, one, I'm over 60 years old, so maybe that has something to do with it. And two, that these are kind of a flat, non-cushioned shoe. So I wouldn't recommend them for people that want a really cushiony walking shoe. And I wouldn't recommend it as a running shoe. And that comes from somebody who does not run. I am not a runner. I do a little bit of light jogging during my treadmill sessions, but only for like a minute or so at a time. Can you wear these to walk, to run and jog? Yeah, of course. But I think that the comfort will be limited because of the lack of a lot of cushion. I'm not an expert when it comes to shoes. I just know it feels good on my feet. I will say that these look nice, don't you think? They look really nice. They appear and feel to be made very well. I can't fault them in any of those aspects. They just are not super cushiony, so I wouldn't recommend them for runners or walkers. I think they make a great everyday shoe. And I thank K-Swiss for sending them to me to test out and talk to you guys about them.